A
All right,
complete monster.
you got it. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, here we go.
So, welcome back. Part two of the Assassin's Creed Shadows conversation that we were having. If you haven't seen it already, part one was unboxing and discussing the collector's edition of Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah.
And now this is going to be the gameplay footage of Assassin's Creed Shadows, where we'll play a little bit, we'll talk about it a little bit, and give some thoughts about it. Are you ready?
I am. Although it looks like we're going to be playing golf with your friends.
Well, I like golfing, and you are my friend.
Ah, yeah. Well, we didn't get that collector's item box.
I don't think they made one for that.
No, not yet.
I think that's called Dick's Sporting Goods Store. But here we go, Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is being played on the PlayStation 5, not a PlayStation 5 Pro. We are having some minor audio issues, so shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah,
I don't think.
we can hear it fine. I'm just not sure you'll be able to hear it fine.
You might be hearing
Let us know.
something. Maybe.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to start in the place where I am at and go from there? Or do you want
right,
me to
'cause you started.
from up fresh?
Oh, I'm fine jumping in wherever you're at.
Okay, because I'm about 10 hours into
10
this game.
hours.
Something like that.
So you might have to catch me up on the storyline though, as we go.
Yeah. So just a quick overview of that. I haven't gotten too far into what's going on. The We've seen Yasuke very minimally at this point. He's been introduced as a character, but we really haven't played as him too much.
Okay.
It's been more about Naoe so far, and right now Naoe is kind of on a revenge tour for the death of her father.
Okay.
Her father was killed by the group of Templars that are in this time period.
All right. So she's on a vengeance mission.
Right now, it's a vengeance mission.
Okay.
She was tasked with guarding a very special item in a box, and she lost that box. And now she went to go chase it. She almost had it, but then she got ambushed by the Templars, and then her father came to save her. Father ended up dead because of that. So,
As fathers do.
yeah, yeah. And now, as the screen says, she recovered and fired with new purpose. Naoe decides to build a hideout from which she can plot her revenge. And that's where we are in this part of the game.
So you got to build a hideout.
Yep. It's building kind of like your base of operations, so that way you can have a place to hide. You can go to the world and find random people to be a part of your hideout and help out with tasks. And so, like in the map here, you'll see at the bottom corner, it says scouts. You can send your scouts out to gather more information about your particular targets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not at the hideout. The hideout is over here.
Okay.
That's where the hideout is.
Okay. So you're not worried about building the hideout right now.
No, the hideout is something you kind of build up over time, gathering resources, finding other characters to be there, and moving at your own pace with that.
So that's like your headquarters.
Yeah.
You got to build your own headquarters in this game. They don't just give it to you.
Right. Right. The last thing that I was doing is I was at this particular castle, and at each castle that you come across, there is a legacy chest, which is like a treasure chest. But in order to access the chest, you need to kill 3 samurais in order to get the keys to unlock the chest. And that's what I was doing before that with this.
So you're trying to kill samurai right now.
Well, I already did that. All that is done here, and that's why I'm just kind of chilling up at the top of a tower.
Okay. Does anybody know you're there?
No. So if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see a little eye with two white lines next to it.
Yeah.
That's your notoriety.
That's like how visible you are to other people.
Correct. So because it's all white like that, I'm in the plane out in the open. And as you go,
you're very visual.
Yes.
You're able to be seen.
Yep.
Okay.
So as you go across the world, like there's these little white arrows of someone in here.
Oh.
The more that the more that they'll attack you.
What is it? What's he got against you?
So I'm in an enemy camp right now.
Oh, okay.
So they see me as a threat.
Wow.
So
that's crazy. I mean, to me, it almost looks like it's a person running around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's pretty impressive
how detailed everything is.
Right. Like I expect her to turn around and start talking to us.
No. So because
just cracked your skull on that
that would have been bad. So if you see the other bar that's right above that first bar, the yellow, that tells me that I'm in a somewhat safe area. The more red it gets, the worse off I am at. Okay. So the further away I go from this castle, it disappears. Now I'm in a safe space. I can freely roam around and be wherever I want to be, talk to whatever. No one's going to bother me.
So you're not in the enemy territory.
Right.
So you can go on different side missions and stuff. Like right now, you could get involved with whatever's going on over here.
Yep. So actually, I have something called Eagle Vision. So if I hold down this button, it'll show me who the enemies are.
Oh.
So people in red are the enemies. People who are not in red, they're perfectly fine. They're just normal, everyday people.
They're innocent bystanders.
Innocent bystanders. So you can see something's going on here. I can either get involved with it.
Oh, you can just assassinate him right there. Oh, I wasn't telling you to do it. I was just saying you could.
I could, therefore I did.
Oh my gosh, Wes.
So now that this person is free of these people,
I'm
going to go talk to
them. You didn't even ask him what was going on.
Are you all right?
I am now. Let me thank you.
So now I can ask them for information about the world that I'm in, or I can ask them to come be a scout. So I'm going to ask them to
Don't overlook anything you see or hear and tell my lead.
So now I have another available scout. So because I got those bandits down and saved this person's life.
I like how you said got those bandits.
I got them bandits.
You decapitated a man.
Well,
you snuck up on another
unsuspecting
individual.
I don't know about that. His head is still on. It's still attached.
Gosh. What are you doing?
I'm hiding the evidence.
This is. I don't know if I can be part of this.
Well, the nice thing is it's not real.
That's true.
We'll put them right. They're just taking a nap.
Oh,
they're just taking a nap.
Yeah,
they're just taking a nap.
What are you're gonna leave the other guy right out there?
Yeah.
He's not worth your time.
No, we'll go to. We'll show you. So, there's the map from before that we saw on the collector's edition. There, the further you zoom out, it'll tell you more information about it.
Gotcha.
So I'm currently a level 10, I believe.
Okay, so you start out as a 0?
Yeah, yep. So each you can see it says Yamamoto is 29, Iga is 23, Harima is 23.
Okay, so you gotta be at that level to go there.
Yep, well, I can go there, but it's not gonna be a good time for me. I'm not gonna be able to do too much of anything. So we'll go do this mission right here.
Moggy.
So this one is the rewards. I'll get experience and money, and it's to stamp out the outlaw presence. So kind of like what we just did with more of them.
Yeah, you're gonna sneak up on. Oh, you can't just like spawn there. Oh,
I can, but I'm gonna traverse through the world itself.
Okay, so you'd rather.
I'd rather see.
Now, is that what, are you doing that just for today for the video, or would you?
No, I would do that normally because I want to. Half of the beauty of this game is the world itself. I mean, because this is all handcrafted, all handmade by developers who put time and effort into making sure this world looks the way it does. I mean, it looks absolutely stunning.
Now, how does this compare to previous Assassin's Creed versions or games?
So, Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft in particular, they have always been kind of the master builders of worlds. Their games have always
stampede these people.
They'll move. See, he's out of the way.
They will trying to do their job, trying to get to work anymore.
Ubisoft has been kind of the standard for world building because their worlds are very beautiful and very, very detailed and very well done. So, like an example being, I'll get off my horse here. I'll be over with these trees and stuff like that. They put so much detail into it that as I go through the world, I'm hitting things and like the shrubbery is disappearing as you would in real life.
Oh, like you're
just the level of detail. Yeah. There are some games out there that you would do that and the tree would just
stand there.
Stay there. Nothing happens. But I'm gonna turn on my Pathfinder 2, which will tell me which direction to go. See the little white line in front of the horse.
Yep. Oh, that dude's. Oh, good job. Thank you for avoiding that guy.
I feel like I'm taking a driver's test and I'm failing.
Turn signal.
That was a yield. But just the level of detail that these worlds have, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. And something that Assassin's Creed has done in the past is they've put in like almost a tour mode where the game will stop entirely and you can explore the world, and every place that you go, it'll give you context about its real historical function and purpose.
Oh, wow.
And it's kind of like an interesting little snippet that you can do.
Okay. So it's like almost like it could be just an educational trip into that part of the world.
Yeah, without actually having to go to a museum or anywhere. I missed my turn.
Well, it's like it's a digital museum.
Exactly. Yes. Yep. Yeah. See, these guys want to fight.
Yeah. Look at they're ready. See, these guys are coming at you now. It makes sense to take them out. Whoa. Yeah. Come on, flowers. What's he got an arrow? He's trying to back up. That bat, that reminds me of Walking Dead guy. I don't know if you ever watched that.
I have.
That's a nasty looking weapon right there.
Oh.
Oh.
Hand
to hand.
Oh, these guys are annoying.
Oh man. Oh. Flung you. These guys are tough. See, you're at a 10, they're at an 11. This is how you level up.
All right. Now I can deal with you.
Red hands.
So the red means that it's unavoidable attack. Yeah? Unavoidable attacks where they're going to get you no matter what. And I took too many of those.
Yeah, you did.
Dead.
Desynchronized.
Some pro gamer I am.
Desynchronized. That comes back to that whole.
To the animus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got to find your way back in, or what?
It'll probably just respawn me back to one of the last autosaves that it did. And then we'll just go from there.
All right.
Yeah.
So you said some pro gamer. Is it like a thing where pro gamers don't ever die?
No. That's just more or less me picking on myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm back here where we saved this person.
But he's just chilling.
That's a different person now. The other guy got hacked.
That's probably his brother. Grieving
Wonder what
loss.
happened.
Right. So, I knew he'd get in trouble one of these days.
But you'll get random encounters like that throughout the world.
Encounters like the one where you slaughter the 2 people.
Yeah, that or like the ones where I just got my butt handed to me.
Goliath.
Yeah,
That bat, man, it was a wicked tool.
it was. It was not fun.
Hmm.
I'll see if I got. Well,
It is a pretty cool. It is pretty cool background being able to jump off of that horse. I mean, I could see people not even doing any of the missions or anything, and just going around building their own little huts, making their own little family.
Yeah. And so unfortunately, I have to traverse all the way to this one because I didn't have a sync point close enough to it.
So a sync point, based on what you're saying, is you get somewhere, you auto save it, or you sync up there.
Yep.
And then you can respawn into that location.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what all of these yellow birds are fast travel points. And the white ones are ones that I just haven't made it to yet. And they'll tell you it's just not available yet. But once I get there, then I could fast travel to there whenever I want.
You just have to travel there once.
Yep. You have to travel there and then you have to climb up to the top of the point, because it gives you a particular point to get to.
Okay.
And then it'll do a little cutscene and then you'll be able to fast travel there.
Do you ever have to do like something adventurous when you're there? Like
Sometimes.
some kind of challenge?
Sometimes there's bandits there. Sometimes there is loot. Sometimes there's nothing. It really just depends. So the world reset, so those guys aren't there this time.
Nice.
I know. I don't have to worry about getting my butt kicked again.
So
There's something.
observe.
So this is one of the things that I also appreciate about this game. It's something new that Ubisoft did, because with a lot of games out there, these maps will be littered with all these little markers and stuff like that. They'll be everywhere with little side things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
But in this game, the developers wanted to make it a point that you have to come upon these things naturally. So, the observation.
So it's not on the map.
Right. So the observation was that animal that ran away. It was going to be that particular activity was going to be now doing a painting of the animal.
How do you know that?
I've done one before, and I recognize the little
okay.
symbol for it.
You don't want to do it?
The animal ran away, so it was no longer available to me. I scared it off by accident.
I see you.
See how it's there.
Yeah.
Observe.
You must approach
You
carefully.
gotta,
See how it's noticed.
stalk. Oh, so this is like player training opportunity too, like
Yeah, in a sense. So now it's
I need to be
I'll
quiet.
observe.
I thought it was gonna be like observe so you can get dinner.
No,
Yeah.
see, the rabbits are fighting. Gotta get close enough.
Good view from here.
That's
Too
not
much,
it.
huh?
Well, I messed that up.
How do you know what it wants you to do though?
The game will give you like a little tutorial for it.
Oh, okay. Ooh, checkpoint?
That was a key. I cut that a little bit out. Oh, gotcha. The keys are just a little currency that you can use to buy stuff from a merchant later on.
Okay.
But let's go.
Get called a horse. What'd you do with the horse?
He's back there. He'll come back.
He comes whenever you call him?
Yep. And you can go as far away in the game as you want, and the horse will still show up.
I was wondering about that.
Let's get to that viewpoint.
What'd you name the horse?
This one doesn't have a name. In some games they have names.
No, I mean, what'd you name?
Princess.
All right. All right, princess.
I'm not sure if it's a male or female horse. That information was not disclosed. In some games they've disclosed that information.
You're right.
So
So you just went with the princess.
Yeah, the first thing that came to my mind.
Okay.
If it's a male, we'll call it Prince. And it'll be doing purple. All right. So I'm in the yellow again, so that must mean there are some bad guys around here somewhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now yellow, those yellow flags remind me of the things from the collector's edition.
Yep. So the yellow dots that are shimmering right now,
Yeah.
those are treasures that you can go and loot.
Okay.
But
Obviously the red guys are bad guys that
Yep.
you gotta dispense with.
I can either deal with them or sneak around them. I don't have to kill them. That is an option. But 9 times out of 10, I try to be stealthy and it just doesn't end up working that way.
Okay. So you try to play the peace card.
Sometimes.
Try to play
Depends on the deck.
Yeah.
It depends on the deck.
More of a ninja than a nunchuck.
Right, right.
Now where are you headed now? You're not getting the loot?
Nope, I'm gonna go to the viewpoint and we're gonna unlock this area as
Yeah.
a fast travel option.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go do the little task that was right after that. Do a little mission.
It's weird that little white thing. At first it didn't feel like this, but now I feel like it's like a string that somebody's pulling away from you, like a teasing you. When you're trying to catch it.
Right.
This guy's tough. Whoa!
Oh, they got guns.
Can you play this 2-player?
No, unfortunately, this is not a game that supports 2-player.
I was thinking if I could, I'd grab a controller and help you out.
Jump in.
I don't know if it'd be any help at all, but
No, Ubisoft games are typically, or Assassin's Creed games are typically 1-player games.
okay.
I'm gonna let them deal with themselves down there. Maybe not.
Whoa! Here I come. Was there something else you had to do up there?
There we go.
Oh. These guys are armor.
Yep, so that yellow bar on top of that is his armor.
Look up on that armor.
Yep, so the more I beat up on him, the more that armor will go away. Oh,
One pop. Come on. You got hit one time from that guy.
I didn't heal up properly.
She needs to work out.
Yeah, she does. This game does have a higher sense of difficulty to it, which I have appreciated as well.
Now,
This might take me all the way back to where I started.
didn't you do the point thing?
No, I didn't get up there.
I like it's a beautiful ride.
It is. It might take me closer. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
brought me to this little camp right here. So I'm not too far away. But now that I know these guys are up here, I'm gonna try and take a stealthier approach to it and see if I can't catch them off guard.
Yeah. How about ride the horse ride? Oh, you can't. That's their
Bridges.
Yeah.
Sorry, Princess, you gotta stay back.
Wait, are you now calling it Prince or Princess?
I'm just covering all my bases.
All right. That's a tough one to abbreviate. You got this.
Are they up there?
Yeah, they are. They're waiting on you. They know. They just killed your twin sister. This is amazing. This like whole idea that you can like this all exists in the world there. They created all these ways around this place.
Yeah. And there's no place for me to really hide either. There's not like any bushes or
Right. They got this fence around
they
it.
got the fence around it.
Can you climb that fence? I'm not.
No, because of the spikes on top, it's not gonna let me do it. It's what I'm gonna try to do.
Oh, snipe that guy. You try to sneak in behind him. Oh my goodness, Wes.
Let's Let's go back to what you're doing.
Oh, great.
We found it. Oh shit, shot you. I don't know there were guns.
Yep, this period of time, the guns were really good. Now I can take this guy if you want. So that was like, if I dodge it just in the right amount of time, I'll get a slow time event. Nope. Nope. I got stuck by the hay basket. All right.
I thought you were jumping back in that hay basket.
No, I was trying to jump around that guy, but I got caught. I put myself in the corner. That's okay. That
I
happens.
can't help but feel like we should be grieving these losses. Like,
Yeah.
there's no funeral, there's no memorial service for each time.
Well,
you
you
just
got.
get used to it playing over, like
Well,
dying and playing.
when you desynchronize, it takes you back to the moment before it happened. So it's almost like time travel. So it's almost like it never happened.
Hmm.
That's deep thought right there.
Yeah.
That's some.
So now you're restarting. That's how you rationalize the loss, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have to deal with the grief because it never happened.
It never happened. That was 20 seconds into the future that doesn't exist now.
Right. Okay. It's a little piece of dystopian reality that we're on the tip of right now.
All right, I'm just gonna try to get up to the tower and forget about these guys.
Oh, they're still there.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
Let's see if you can just run past.
Yep.
Oh, somebody just knifed you.
Nope. So that is the little sign to say that they've stopped. Like I disappeared on them.
Oh, okay.
So now see how that little shadow happened?
Yeah.
That's the last place that they saw me. And I see how it's red right there.
Yeah.
They're trying to look for me. And now they don't see me.
Oh, okay. You don't want to refill your rations?
They're full right now.
Okay.
The rations you'll see down there, you see the little plus sign with 3.
Oh, yep. So you
I
can
got
carry
full.
3 at a time.
Right now, yeah. Yeah.
You trying to climb up?
There we go.
Oh.
So see how that
wow.
little symbol is there?
Yeah.
Now I'll stand here.
So now it'll
do
bring
this
you back.
cutscene and it'll show you the surrounding area. There's a castle out that way. And all the areas that you see in this little circle you can go to. In any which direction you want to, you can get there.
That is pretty cool. And to be able to use any of these locations, you got to do what you just did
Yep.
time and time again.
Yep. And that's across.
And that's what you've done for all those yellow
Yep.
birds.
Yep. Let's see. Car. Bye.
Oh, too bad you can't pick the rocks up that are on that roof and just start tossing them down on people.
Later, nerds. You can deal with that guy on your own time.
Now, when she jumps like that, is that you controlling her doing that, or does she
Yep.
just do it when you jump?
Nope. So X is to parkour up, and then circle button is to parkour down.
Parkour.
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 No problem. I was in the woods.
Ooh.
I went off the straight path here.
You know,
So now we're in the woods where nobody typically is.
something I wanted to talk to you about today, Wes. You keep going off the straight and narrow. We need to talk about it.
I've been as straight as a circle my entire life. So now we're going to go to that mission. Cut through the forest to get there. And around the bend. You don't see me. Just push. So now I'm going to mark out where all the targets are here that I can find. And I'm going to go in and try to get their loot. Because that's,
I
you can
should
see it
stay
says up
hidden
there,
here.
defeat the outlaws and eliminate the targets. So these two guys are here, so that's not an ideal opportunity. Go on the bend. See if I can get their attention.
Someone sneaking out there?
So if you saw, I just whistled at them.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was you.
Yep, that's to distract them, to get their attention.
Oh my goodness.
So now somebody just saw that. You see they're
Another-
alerted to it.
Yeah. See
They're
that
going to run over
eyeball.
and they're going to be like, oh, what happened?
Little do they know, you're about to stab them in the neck.
They chose the wrong side today. Maybe.
According to your side.
According to which clearly only matters in this case.
Did you just whistle again?
Yep.
You sneaky assassin, you.
And now I can take their stuff without having to fight them. Loot. Oh, I broke that box.
Oh, somebody spotted you. That's the weapon that she had in the toy. In the icon.
And now the mission is complete. I eliminated all the targets. And now I get to
Now you
take
get
the
to
plunder.
Collect the booty.
So it's almost like a pirate, but she's a shinobi.
Right.
And all that stuff I'm collecting is materials that you can use at the hideout to build it up and customize it however you want to customize it.
Okay. So all these little side missions are working toward the greater mission of building the hideout.
Sometimes, yes. Other times they are to further deepen in or expand on the game's lore and or stories. Sometimes they are just nonsensical side things that have nothing to do with nothing. So like objectives, that's where we'll go. So in this little spot right here, that's new. Stabilize anomalies and gain data fragments to advance your active project. So that's the present day stuff that they want us to be working on. But all these different little bubbles have different missions to be doing. So like the Onryo, those are the Templars, those are the bad guys that we're trying to take out.
Okay.
This was the one that I've already taken.
Okay.
You know,
So
then,
you gotta. Is that the big one? Like the?
so
Which one? If I said like, oh, I beat that game.
will really probably be these four right here,
Okay.
because these are like the big main targets, and then that's gonna be more story. Like this is the owner of the hideout, and then you've got Naoe's own story, and then Yasuke's own journey to deal with, and then you have your side missions and all that fun stuff. So this little section right here, that would be considered like the main meat of the game.
Okay.
Everything else would probably be considered side missions or side activities, but they all have their own stories to tell. And they all have their own things to do and see.
And can you play all of these as either Naoe or Yasuke?
So according to Ubisoft, yes, I'm sure that that's true. They said that you will be able to play most of the game on its own with whatever character you would rather play it as. But there are going to be story elements in the game where you have, like right now, I have to play as Naoe because I haven't gotten to his part of it yet. And I'm sure there's going to be parts where you only play as Yasuke because it's his narrative only.
Okay.
But in most scenarios, they've said that you can pick and choose which character you want to play as.
Okay.
And then you have the inventory. This is where you get all of your gear and weapons and stuff like that. So, like that's a new weapon that I picked up that I can swap out for the old one that I had.
That's the one she had on
the statue. Yep.
Statue.
Yep. I'm gonna stick with this one because there's not enough. I mean, a lot of it is upgraded, but I have the extra bonus perks on the bottom of that, so I'm going to keep it the way it is. And then you can do it goes with main weapon, the side weapons, so katanas.
It's pretty cool. You can change your sword.
Yep.
Change your outfit. Change your horse.
Yep. Like that's the hood that I can put on later. I can't put it on now because I'm not level 13, so I'm locked from it right now.
Oh, okay.
But I could put that one on. I'd probably do that. It's pretty dope. And they all have different perks of what they're able to give you and how they help you.
I feel like she should be able to call down lightning with that one.
Right?
Yeah, old school rating.
And then
what's that? What, are you opening scrolls?
So that is your that is the main screen. Let me just dive away from that entirely. Your trinket. So it's kind of like your insignia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they just give you little boosts like adrenaline, vulnerability, and health.
Ah, okay. You can wear one at a time.
Yep, yep. And then this is the skill tree where you can use, like it says 4 up in that top corner. I have 4 points that I can use to upgrade her abilities in different areas. So I can upgrade. Let's check out the assassin stuff. What can I get here? And it'll tell you the cost, 2 mastery points, and it'll tell you how much, or what the actual thing is. So the door assassination, I'm going to get that. So now, if an enemy is standing behind the door, I can assassinate them behind the door.
Yeah.
And that's a good perk to have.
Useful skill for an assassin.
And, Shinobi Bell. Distracts nearby enemies. I like that idea. And then in this side is the codex. This is where you can get all of like that little thing that I picked up on top of the rock. It unlocked a little bit of codex stuff.
Oh.
So like cultural discovery.
So these are some of those museum-esque things.
It'll tell you real things about the history. This is real historical stuff that they're giving you. This is the text that you can read. So that way people who want to continue to learn about this stuff and know more about it, it's available to you.
So it's going to pique your curiosity.
Yeah. Yep.
You can dig in a little bit on actual cultural discoveries, things like this.
Yep.
So it's not just a video game experience, it's also a learning experience.
If you choose it to be, absolutely. Absolutely. Like it's giving you a little more information about katanas and like what their purposes serve.
Oh, those are artifacts. Okay. So,
so you got weapons, outfits, enemy archetypes, valuable objects.
And they're real things. What she's using or what you're using in the game are actually real things.
Yep. So that drawing thing where the bunnies were fighting and I missed it, that's what it was trying to do.
Oh, okay.
It was trying to do one of those things.
Like this.
Yep.
Would it show up here if you had done it?
Yep. So I did that. Let's go to a more main mission thing going on. We got that one.
What's your beverage of choice while you're playing games at home?
It depends on what time of day it is.
Yeah.
If it's the end of the day and I have to work tomorrow, then I might choose water and not try to over splurge myself. But if it's a weekend and it's Saturday night or Saturday in the middle of the day, I might choose one of the sodas that I've created. more to come on that later.
Yeah.
It really does depend on the time of day, though. But this is a castle that I haven't completed yet. You can see the chest icon there. It's 11 meters below me.
Oh, okay.
And if I go into the menu, and it'll give me a little bit more detail about it. So it has a low wealth, and you have to defeat all of the samurai, and then you can loot the chest, and then you get the rewards, and you get the outfit for completing that task.
Oh, okay. So if you do all that, what's a castle challenges?
Yep.
You're gonna get 3,000 up points.
Yep.
3 of those points that you use to skill.
Yep.
Increase and a new
outfit.
and a new
Yep.
fashion statement.
Yep. But it doesn't tell you where they are in this castle.
Oh, so you gotta go find
I
them.
gotta go find them. Yep.
This is making me dizzy. Can't tell if you're just falling down or jumping down.
It's falling with style.
So, yeah. Parkour.
Parkour. So I have that task highlighted, right? Yes, I did. Okay. So this is the next task I'll go. So the stray dogs. Yaya, the warrior monk who fought bravely at Honanji, may be convinced to rally behind a new cause. So I'm gonna go talk to Yaya.
That's what you're doing in this city.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, no one's home. I'm about to be in lots of trouble if I don't get out of here.
No one can say.
I think she knows how to swim.
There's actually a point in the game, a skill you can unlock where she can swim underwater, and she'll have like a little breathing tube
Yeah.
that she can stick out of the top of the water. So if someone is standing by a pond or a body of water unsuspectingly, you can nab them from the water. I haven't gotten to that point yet. No.
Oh, surprise that guy.
I'm still in the red, so I'm still in danger.
Right. So how come, as you're running around, how do you know where Yaya is? Like, are you just looking around for?
Nope.
Some kind of
So
clue?
if you see that blue diamond that's above me,
Yeah.
that is kind of telling me what's nearby, what objectives are nearby, and I tracked it. So in here.
Oh, you put like a track. When you said I tracked it, that means you put like a tracking beacon on it.
Yep. So I put a marker on it, so now I know that's where I gotta go.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you don't have to do that either. You can just freely roam around and try to find something like that.
Sure. Or you can just kill bystanders all along the way.
Well, you can't kill innocent people. The
Can't?
game will not let you kill innocent people.
It won't?
No, the game
Well,
will
that-
punish you. The game will desynchronize you. It'll
Oh, really?
push you back. Yep.
You
Because-
just start wiping people out.
Yep. Because the game will tell you like assassins didn't kill innocent people, or it's telling you, the game will tell you like you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You did the wrong thing.
Okay. So
It does have some moral.
I was curious about that. I was wondering if it just kind of adapts to the way you play. And
Nope.
you can kind of become a villain assassin or something like that.
Nope, not in this game. The game, as far as that kind of stuff goes, it's pretty linear. It tries to keep it, because you're technically reliving your ancestors' memories. Well, if your ancestor didn't kill innocent people, then it's going to tell you that you're making it historically inaccurate now.
Right.
So now I'm trying to find Yaya, wherever she may be. Now I'm trying to find her.
How are you gonna know?
I
Kind of
won't.
like a beacon over top of Yaya.
That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
Yaya sister.
Kind of hoping for maybe just like a dot or something.
Or a name tag.
Did they have those back then?
I don't know.
I feel like they should have.
Right, it's well, they all have, no, they have these things hanging from their belts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, there's Yaga.
There's, yeah.
What are you doing here, Naoe?
You were outnumbered.
I'm grateful, but I know your blade. It thirsts for blood.
For a reason, Yaya. Not without cause.
You think that will bring balance when only forgiveness will. Haven't you learned that yet?
I want your forgiveness. If you grant me that, we could work together for the greater good.
Many walk your kind of path, but not me. I don't do revenge.
My path chose me when Oda Nobunaga invaded Iga. I would have preferred to stay in my valley. My father's killers must answer for their crime, just like Wada Koretake.
While it is true that we rarely choose our destiny, we must take responsibility for it.
I am taking responsibility.
No, you take revenge. It is not the same. I know you mean well. Look, help me investigate what these monks wanted and why. And I'll think about it. All right?
All right. This one lives.
You steal from a sacred place and call yourself a monk? What happened to your faith?
In this world, you steal or get stolen from. I know which side I want to be on. My brothers and I woke up to the truth. I traded faith in invisible things for faith in reality.
Where did you take the valuables?
There are no valuables here. The real loot is at the Christian church.
You're no more honorable than a pack of stray dogs. What should we do with this one?
You spoke of forgiveness. Who could be more worthy of it than a stray dog?
You are right. He needs empathy, or he will never change. You are forgiven for this theft. But pray I don't catch you stealing again.
Oh, what are you?
Your face. Are you all right?
Nothing I can't handle. One of the thieves left your quarters with your hairpin fastened to his robe.
My husband's kanzashi.
His hood fell, and I caught a good look. Young, with a dark brow. He used to follow you around the years back. A grumpy duckling after its mother.
Tetsuo.
Yes, like someone pissed in his buckwheat.
That kanzashi meant something to you?
It belonged to my husband. One of the only things I had left that touched him, that felt like him in my hands. When grief has no home, it will turn to anger. We need to find Tetsuo.
That monk said others went to Takatsuki Church. Tetsuo may be there with the kanzashi.
Let's go.
Give him grace, Yaya. Perhaps he does not know what he did.
He will return here safe. But he has some explaining to do. Tetsuo knows what that hairpin means to me.
Who is he?
I was his spiritual guide. He lost his parents before he could stand. But then, when my husband died, I needed time. I left Tetsuo and joined Kyonyo at Honganji. I heard the boy never smiled again.
He must have missed you.
I can't be responsible for him. I did my part. I taught him everything he needed to know. And this is how he repays me? Meet me once you have the kanzashi. And Tetsuo.
All right. So now we have some tasks to do.
Yeah.
So what do you feel about after hearing that bit of dialogue? Because that was pretty intense and heavy. They hit on some pretty heavy subjects, I feel like.
Well, you gotta go get the hairpin. Bring it
Gotta
back.
get the hairpin. All right. So now it's telling me the general location of where it is. So it is in the northern Itsumu Setsu, or Setsu. So Setsu. So that's where I started out my journey. She said northern. Let's see. Itsumu. It is in the church of this place. So we're just gonna fast travel to this place and see if we can't get any traction from here.
Oh, Takatsuki. It is held by Tetsuo.
So he said it's in a church, in the church of this town. So that'll be the first thing I do is I'm just gonna go exploring through the town, not inside of the castle gates. Because inside of the castle gates will probably get me in trouble. So usually when you get close to something, it'll give you the general indication like, hey, you've gotten close to it. It's undiscovered location. Oh, that's another fast travel place. I think. Okay. Let's go to that question mark there, see what it is. Am I going to be allowed to go in here? Yes.
That monk said his accomplices went to rob the Christian church. I should look there for Tetsuo.
Those people are frozen right there. You see that? Oh, there's a cross.
There's a cross. So I'm in the right.
Next to the Christian church.
Why do we let the Namban build their temples here? Probably for profit.
Now you gotta find a guy with the hairpin, right?
Either that or it might be just like in a treasure chest on its own. It may not be in.
Oh, you won't have to take it from the guy?
I won't. Yeah, right. I might not have to take it from the guy. But I'm not seeing any shiny dots to indicate that it's near here.
But just because it says that this guy's an enemy doesn't mean that's the enemy that you need to
Right.
get the hairpin from.
Right.
Just be a bad guy.
In the
He doesn't have
church.
to eat, huh? You don't have to eat.
Some games they go in depth like that and they make it so you have an eating system where you have to
Yeah,
feed
like
and stuff like
down.
that. Yeah. But not all video games take. Oh, there's a blue diamond. Right there.
Oh yeah, baby.
So we'll go up, maybe up. See if I can't get in from the top of this building as opposed to walking in the front
Oh,
door.
you think it's inside this building? Is
Yeah,
that what that means?
I'm going to safely assume.
Kick in that window. Oh, door.
Kick in the window. The open door is right there. All right.
It's dark. Oh yeah, there he is. The little thief.
Don't hurt me!
Quiet, Tetsuo. Yaya sent me. Come on.
I didn't take anything. I swear. I did nothing wrong. I'm just a simple monk.
Did Tetsuo think I was sent to kill him? I better stop him before he gets himself hurt.
Of course he thinks you sent to kill him. You've been killing everybody from the beginning, Wes.
Ow.
I'd run too. Oh. Whoa.
Hello. Can't catch me.
Oh boy. Oh.
Yeah, got him.
Who taught
Oh,
you
that was Yaya. I
humility,
thought it was- I
respect,
didn't know it was her.
and you stole from us? From me?
You left me. You were my guide. When you left, I lost my way.
So you become a thief?
Yaya, stop.
You have something to say?
You said forgiveness is the only balanced path. Yes,
Coming from a killer.
Tetsuo did hurt you. What happened in your past has hurt you both. Forgive him.
A quick turnaround.
Forgive yourself.
It'll turn around again.
How quickly
Give her
my
the
anger
hairnet.
has taken a hold of me. When I lost my husband, I pushed you away. I was no good for the world. I left you with no choice but to find another family. Even if they were stray dogs. Will you forgive me, Tetsuo?
I forgive you, big sister.
There is something to this passive forgiveness. It has been a long time since I asked for it myself.
Did you consider my offer? Will you join us?
You say you fight for the greater good. I believe you.
Good.
Oh, she's gonna be
We will be glad to have you.
She's coming to the hideout.
Build your league.
Build the league.
Yeah.
Yaya's coming. Ally recruited.
Nice. She looks pretty tough, too.
She probably is tough.
She picked that dude up by his neck and was gonna slam him into the ground.
That looked like it was going to be a good time to watch, not be partaking in,
Right,
but to watch.
for sure.
But there you go. So there's kind of a general overview of Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah. You know what I like about it? I like how you use the word linear. Like it has a lot of games, even like older games that I used to play, they had this idea of like there's a starting point, there's a finish point. You can kind of see what is within the boundaries of that.
Yeah.
And I imagine from what I hear about different games, it just seems like there's so many other options besides like the thing,
Yeah.
which I know some people like.
Yeah.
But for me, I think a starting point, a finish point, and then like knowing what the wins are along the way is pretty cool. And it's beautiful.
Yeah. I always have enjoyed Ubisoft's world. Watch Dogs is another one of my favorite franchises that's kind of more of Assassin's Creed in the present day.
Okay.
It's a really fun game, but their worlds are always just beautiful. Well done, well polished, they look good, they function well. It feels like a living world.
Yeah.
And they're always been really fun to look at and see.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Storytelling, well, they're not the greatest.
Hmm.
But what would you give this game? What kind of critiques do you have from what you've seen?
Critique. I think again, I'm not a gamer,
Right.
so I think my critical thoughts are really around what you said, storytelling. So I like it when the shots go to like an actual live action conversation between two characters. They're close to that. I think it would be really cool if it broke into something that was a little bit more I don't know how to explain it. Maybe like cinematographic, cinematic, yeah, something more cinematic in those moments, and don't be afraid to like actually break the tone of break out of the limitations of whatever graphics you're using for the game, like those talk scenes.
Yeah,
make them like real, like AI talk scenes with characters that look similar to the main characters, but are doing something fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't know, but that's just me as a incompetent non-gamer.
So out of 10, what you've seen, what would you give it?
Oh goodness, compared to games that I've played, this is like 10. I don't know how much that means. I mean, just the fact that you can learn. So some of my value is like continual learning. So there's option to continue learning as you're playing the game. It's not simply like brain rot gaming. It's actually an opportunity to learn something as you go. You're curious. You can embrace that and dig into something, and maybe even these are all real places too. So you can actually get up and go there.
Yes. And there are actually Facebook pages out there, Instagram threads, Reddit threads, the whole 9 yards, where you can go look at side-by-side images of the game versus real life.
Wow.
In today, 2025.
Yeah.
And they'll show you like just how close they get because they can't do it as one-to-one in a lot of cases. Sometimes there's plagiarism that falls in that, copyright stuff. So they try to spruce it up a little bit so they can still consider this a game and a fiction. But the similarities are just incredible.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
Well, the real score, the real grading or score that matters between the two of us is yours. I mean, you play games on games on games. So
On games on games.
what do you think about this new edition?
So far, being how new into the game, I do feel like the storytelling has been kind of all over the place. They kind of are banking on, I feel like they're kind of banking on some players already knowing past stories from what they've told. And like when they set up the Onryo, I knew who they were because I've played all the other games. So I know that's the Templars of this game and this era. They just don't call them Templars because there was one point in time where Templars weren't called Templars. So maybe they'll get to that point in this game where they rename them and it comes to fruition the tale of the Assassins versus Templars that Assassin's Creed fans have come to love. But that's something that I'm hoping kind of progresses and gets better throughout the game.
So as an outsider, it would make sense to me that they don't call them Templars.
Right.
Because they're in a whole different world, different country,
right,
different time.
Right.
But is it like a consistent thing where no matter where they are and what time in history, they're still called the Templars?
Sometimes they've been called the Templars, and sometimes they've had other names like the Cosmos. And that was in Assassin's Creed Odyssey because that was the Templar group before the Templar group.
Okay.
But I do believe at this point in time in actual Assassin's Creed history, the Templars are widely known. And everywhere they go, they know that the Templars are the Templars. So I'm assuming that at some point in the game, it's going to reveal to me that these are the Templar groups of Japan, but they've called themselves the Onryo because that's a specific term for a specific word or action that they do.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
So it might be revealed as you go that is what they are.
Correct.
Okay.
Like they haven't revealed that the hideout, the lady that runs the hideout is an assassin. They haven't revealed that in the game yet. But I know that she is based on the things that she's said and the way she's talked. And based on some of the context clues that they've given in the world. But they haven't directly outcome and said, hey, this is the Assassin Order of Japan and this is the Templar Order of Japan. And they're kind of banking on players just kind of knowing that. But again, I'm only 10 hours in.
Yeah.
In a game like this, I'm probably easily going to sink 150 hours into this. Easily. So
is that like what a game like this coming out, is that what it's built for? Is it built for like a constituency that's looking to spend 100 plus hours?
They want Ubisoft and developers out there, they want you to continue to come play their games. And there are a lot of ways that they really go into doing that. Sometimes it's with microtransactions, sometimes it's with games just jam packed with so much content that it keeps the player engaged and wanting to come back. And then there's DLCs, story-driven DLC contents that'll come later down the line. A lot of games have that, but there are games, downloadable content. Yep. An expansion. It'll be an expansion on the game. They'll add new story, new weapons.
So you can go and play new stuff. Wasn't there before.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And it's a way to keep it fresh, but still within the same game that they've got going on.
And I have this is a whole world. It's a whole world that I'm an alien in. This is the day that you started singing to me.
I've opened up the book.
Yeah.
There's no turning back now.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's cool. So, any last thoughts about the game to the watchers and listeners?
I hope that this has piqued your interest in one way, shape, or form. I mean, there are plenty of games of this scale that are just wide open and you can spend hundreds of hours of doing. But then there's plenty of games out there that only need your attention for 10 hours and then you're done with them. Or they don't need your mobile phone games that need your attention for 5 minutes a day. There's games out there for everybody, and games I feel like are a fantastic, fantastic way to relieve stress and to relax and to cope, even cope with some things that you got going on in the world. It's been a coping mechanism for me. I have a bad day, got things on my mind I don't want to think about. Well, I'm going to put on Assassin's Creed and I'm going to forget about all my cares in the world for an hour and I'm going to go run around Japan being a ninja. For an hour of my life, I was that guy. It didn't happen.
Or that girl.
Or that girl. Or that child. Whatever.
That's right.
Whoever, wherever. There's an option for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I hope that this piques your interest enough and helps
give
a better lighting for some of the stereotypical things that gamers sometimes get.
I love the idea of embracing play. Like
play.
Adults, oftentimes we forget the importance of recreation and just getting lost in the moment. And there's a lot of recuperation and rejuvenation and even creativity, productive creativity that happens when we just let ourselves have a good time and play.
Yeah. Yeah. Self-care is important. Self-care is important.
Truth. You gotta fill your own bucket before you can fill the bucket of others.
Now I have a big bucket sometimes.
On that note, we'll catch you next time on Bearded Banter.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe if you like what we're doing, and stay tuned for what's coming up next. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye for now.
Bye.